Hey guys, how's it going? Alex here from TMD Edits, today bringing you another Sony-based tutorial. Today we're going to be covering screen fractures. Screen fractures are very easy. They can be used in multiple ways. There's a lot of creativity within them. It just depends how you want to do it and how it goes with your edit. So to get started, we're going to need video tracks. 2 or 3, whatever you want to use. 2 is fine. But I'm going to show you 2 things you can do with it. So later we're going to need like 4 video tracks. But for right now, we're just using 2. So you have your clip. I'm using a triple collateral from my friend Focus Deity. Just got into Focus Clan. Really good player, really great clan. Go check him out. I just edited his EP, so I'll have an annotation on the screen to that. Tell me what you thought. So we're going to have our clip here. And we're going to right away copy paste Control C, Control V onto another track. So now we have 2 tracks, 2 clips, same thing. And we're going to figure out, where is our fracture going to come up. So right about here, where my kill feed stops. I'm going to click S on the keyboard to split my top track. We're only touching the top track. Do not touch the bottom track because that is just our original clip. This would be as if, because I apply all my effects after, right at the end of my edits. So this is as if you're synced up to your song, you have everything ready, and you want to do like a fracture to certain parts of the song or to certain kills, whatever. So we're going to be using the event pan crop tool on our top track here. We're going to click the masking sequence here. So right there, boom, check it. So that means, yes, you need the pro version of Vegas to do this. You can have Sony Vegas 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever you have. If you somehow mystically have 12 already, good for you. As long as it has masking, you can use it. But you need the pro version. If you don't have the pro version, search on YouTube. It's somewhere for free. Trust me, just I can't tell you where. So just YouTube it. You can find anything nowadays, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom in on my work where I'm going to put the fracture. And fracturing, it's in shapes usually because that's what pen tools can do. Triangles, rectangles. If you can make a circle somehow, you're really good at using the pen tool because that's very rough to do. So where you want the fracture to be, you're gonna make a shape. So I'll make like a little triangle here, and it's cool. It goes around my triple collat kill feed. So once we're done making the shape, or shapes if you want, you go to your position tool, and right away you want to zoom in. As you see it moves, you can see the fracture already, and of course if you go too far it goes out of the screen. So we're just making one go in front of the other, and we're going to want to move it so it looks, about the same spot, or you can even move it over if you want. It doesn't matter, but you kind of want it near the same spot so it's a fracture, obviously, so it looks cool. So once you play it, boom, it fractures, it pops out. This one isn't that crazy, but that's a simple fracture that you can do. And if you want it to like pop in and then zoom away, you would just keyframe the position, after whatever, like a few seconds, however long you want, just back to restore. Right click, restore. So now you have 2 keyframes. Your one is the zoomed in with the mask, and the mask is still applied, but it's just the position that makes the fracture. So now it pops up and zooms back down. And so you can do kind of stuff with like beats. So what I would do, one thing I like to do, I'll show you here. Say you have a beat. I'm going to move this over to my markers. Let's say we have like a 1, 2, 3, 4 beat on a song. Normal beat sequence for a song. And I'm going to keep this just where my scope is, within these beats. And let's say I want to fracture the scope itself with the beat. So you'll have, how many fractures you want to do. In my case, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 extra tracks plus my original. So I'm going to make 4 extra. I'm going to copy and paste. I need it 4 times, but I'm just going to do 1 at a time so this stays simple. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to split, again, right at the beat. So boom, right there. That's where a beat would come in. Let's pretend. I don't have music right now, but that's okay. So you do the same thing. Event pan crop. Go to mask. I zoom in so I can see it better. And you can click Control and then click your mouse to move it with the hand here. It's a really great thing to use. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the scope. So, this is a simple mask. This is not how I mask in my real edits. I take my time. This looks like crap. But it's, a general thing. So once you have the mask out, you're going to do the position again. So you're going to zoom it in and see how it pops. You can pop it inward, you can pop it outward. I'm just going to leave it normal and just move it out. So now I have that little pop. And what I'm going to do, say it's a beat, I'll go to where the second beat would be and make it restored. So you have two keyframes. The first keyframe is the zoom mask pop, and the second one is zooming back in, just like we did our last fracture. So you would just do that over and over. You would keep copying and pasting your clip how many times you want to. In this case I have 4 beats, and every beat you would cut it, and then delete everything you want. So now you have boom, 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 4 beats, and you do the same thing. So the second one, I'm going to fracture this part very easily, whatever. This is a really bad mask, but same thing. So you have your mask, position, your first one is zoomed in, it pops out, and then you go to your next beat, restore it, and it stops. So what we have here is, it's playing boom, pop, that's my first beat. Boom, pop, that's my second beat. And again, third and fourth would be the same, but once you're moving, it's boom, boom, it's lagging because it's on best. But with a song, see how it's a cool little pop beat, and it's a fracture. And you can do that, with all parts of the scope. You can do that with, parts of the screen. I've done stuff where I've fractured, like, let's say, a corner of the whole screen if you want, You can do the same thing. And it's just that position again, move up, and, the next beat, restore. So now, scope, half the screen. So you can really do it with whatever you want. It's just using the masking and the position tool to your liking. And like I said, you can put different effects. So say you want the scope to change like color or something. So we have our first fracture here, and we can change it to inversion. Now what you have to be careful is once it pops back, it'll stay inverted. Now that's something you might want. That's something that's pretty cool. But if you want it to stop, you're just going to want to make the fracture part the beat. So, from beat 1 to beat 2, it fractures and then goes back. So now only the fracture is the inversion, and then it goes back to being normal. So if you want it to change colors, just make it the beat part, from like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, whatever. But if you're just leaving it normal, you can leave the whole track how it is, because all the rest of the tracks are the same. But like I'm gonna do this one here inverted. This one maybe I'll change to I don't know, to desaturated, whatever. So it's gray. So now I have my one pop, boom, inverted. Second pop, boom, desaturated. You can do a lot of different cool stuff, and you can do 4 pops at once. Say you want the whole scope to pop out at once, but different colors. You could do the same place. It's just you just move it over, and it would boom, pop, 2 at the same time. So it's just messing around, customizing your fractures. Again, these masks are horrible. Don't rush on these. You got to make it really nice and smooth to the circle. But these are things that you can do to make really cool effects and pops and fractures. And again, you can do it anywhere. You can do it on these little squares on the side, on the kill feed, on the scope, on whatever you want to do. It can make for some nice transitions also if you want. You can make like pop out and then it pops back in with a different clip. So again, just work with it, do different effects, colors, negatives, grays and whites. Do whatever you want. Light rays, you can mix some stuff into it. Look, that looks pretty cool. It pops up and boom, you got some light rays. I think that looks really cool. That would be kind of like, I think I'm gonna use that soon in my next edit. That looks very cool. You can really do anything in Sony Vegas. Spherize, if you want to use that, and it makes it boom. Look at the big bubble on that. It's really cool. So you just work with any effect that you want, and it's just using the mask and the positioning to your liking, and you can get some really cool stuff with this. And honestly, you don't even need Adobe After Effects to do this. Most people use Adobe After Effects for this, but you don't need it. So as long as you know how to mask and position, you're golden, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this. You found it easy. If you have any questions, again, message me. If you would like my help personally for editing, if you have some questions on effects that you want to do, please message me. Also, if you guys have any requests for some cool effects, comment in the comment section. Obviously, you wouldn't do it anywhere else. Comment on the video and let me know what you guys want to see some tutorials on, So I'm going to be busy with finals in school, so I'll try to get some edits out when I can, but for now, a little busy. So that's why I'm doing this tutorial, and I'll be doing more in the future. So talk to you guys later. This is Alex. Peace.